operation is funded by the national budget. Do you do capital projects?
Minimally, yes, sir.
Minimally?
Yes, sir.
In your 2023-2024 budget, what is your capital budget?
In 2023, the capital budget is capital budget is 337 million naira.
Billion.
Million. M.
Okay. And 2024?
2024 is about 8 billion.
8 billion?
Yes, sir.
Why I'm asking, because your IGR, your stamp duty, your stamp duty is about 18 million naira.
For the month of for the year 2024.
And you have a capital
of 8 billion.
Yes. So how many percentage of that 8 billion have you utilized? Have you been released, the release you got?
The total release is about 2.9 billion, but
that's how many percent? How many percent?
That's about 25%.
25%. Is that the general releases as per 2024 budget?
Sir, I think the current year, the capital budget is no longer about release. It's about implementation. The MDAs, the level of implementation determines the level of funding that goes to MDA based on the project they are able to execute.
So what happened to the whole of the capital budget? Because if you initiated and projected 8 billion and it has been appropriated 8 billion and you are not able to utilize 8 billion, that means you have blocked other agencies from getting the needed resources to have taken care of some of their projects. What happened?
So,
to implement your own capital budget?
No, the portion that have been paid that we are saying is 2.9.
But you have executed all the projects.
Yes.
So what is stopping the payment?
It's a completion.
You have not completed the project. I just asked you now. I said you have executed the project. You said yes.
Implementation and execution and completion, they are different.
So most distinguished, if there's anybody with...
Mr. Chairman, and if it is your office and you are talking about implementation, you get to a place where you have completed project and there is no payment, and this is what is happening in every ministry. So it means that right from the person that is doing doing the supervision, something is wrong. Something is wrong. That means deliberately money is kept somewhere while other ministries are suffering, including your own.
Sir, I think cash management policy. No MDA assess money except they input it through the system. They upload the cash plans, and when they are ready for payment, they also upload the payment system. So, Office of Accountant General is not less different from how MDAs assess capital funds. It is only when we are able to execute and get project completed, we also upload cash plans to enable payment of those projects directly to the contractors.
I'm saying this because that's what I'm saying. You made a suggestion that will bring effective efficiency. Now we're seeing lack of efficiency even from Office of the Accountant General.
A follow-up, Mr. Chairman, to the earlier question asked by my colleagues. This one is about the whole federation. A number of MDAs do get there, and then they send their documents to your office, and it takes sometimes 2-3 months without getting payment. This is far from being efficient, because there are general complaints everywhere that there are delays for payment, because payment is now over-centralized, because formerly ministries, MDAs do process their own payment after work done. They have competent engineers, accountants who do all this. But now they have been sidelined, and everything is now pushed to your office. And we see a number of complaints. Some even wrote to the National Assembly. And we felt that we should not allow this to go without calling you to hear your own version. So can you explain to us precisely what the system is and why there are all these delays? Thank you.
I represent also West Central District. You are welcome. You see, the vice chairman of the committee, in supporting the last speaker, during your explanation, Madam, I'm happy for the Excellency who said this idea of centralized payment is your idea. Our worry is this. This is December. And as we speak, we have met with several agencies. The performance level of the 2024 budget is nothing to write home about. And everybody is that is why the expectation of 2024 budget to an outsider is not interesting. Nobody is expecting anything different, because they are not saying the performance of even the year going out budget. So if there is a system that is not working, we should not shy away from correcting it. This one is not working. You are a mother. We have to help Mr. President by suggesting policy that will work, not appropriating money that are not utilized. They will come back next year to repeat almost the same thing, and people will be blaming the National Assembly. So this one is not working. We are outside with all the agencies. There is no way all the over 700 MDAs, all ministry and agencies will be paid from one. It's not practically possible. Please, madam, you have to talk to us so that jointly you can look for a way forward. Thank you.
Some places 2022. And as lawmakers, when you are able to appropriate something for your constituents, and you told them this thing is going to work, just to add to what they are saying, what are the hopes of most of these projects in 2022, 2023, that probably is ongoing, that it will still be done, when you've already told your constituents that this project on the budget will be executed? What is the hope? Thank you.
As what the last two speakers pointed out, the fundamental question, like my colleague rightly pointed out, 770 something centralized. Don't you think of the difficulties people face in getting their payment? We'll centralize it. What were the problems before this decision was taken? That's my concern.
Thank you for the opportunity. Mine is very simple. Issues about contractors and the rest not being paid, or releases not done accurately, or when as I went due. I'm looking at your own here. Everything here is 100% release. 100% release. And I'm not sure this is the same thing. Is this yours? It's 100% release. I'm talking about everything is this 2023 budget, Appendix 1. 100% release. I'm not sure the agencies that we have interfaced have this kind of record of 100% release. Probably this is the reason why we don't really care about other agencies, as long as ours have been released 100%, so they can look for a way to get their money. 2, we are reliably informed that when these contractors upload, what was it called? When they upload their payments to your system, that they still have to come around and pay 5%. 5% to under the table, or wherever I want to call it. And if that is not done, it also delays their payment. We are very concerned because most of these contracts are domiciled in our constituencies. And we have this litany of projects not done, not completed, all over the place. And they all come back to us. They don't come to you, they come back to us and make these complaints. Everybody's hands are tied. And on top of that is this issue of having everything concentrated in your own ministry to pay over 700 MDAs. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Mr. Chairman.
I think these things are raised because the tax collected here is low, and it will continue to be low.
Thank you, sir, the chairman and the distinguished senators, for the concern raised about the budget performance of the capital budget for 2024. Like I said, in the policy didn't differentiate between the Office of Accountant General and other MDAs. We are all abiding by the same policy. And let me start by explaining how this policy came to be. In 2023, there was a change in the policy for releasing funds for capital projects. That in 2023, using the capital budget for 2023, that all MDAs are to go ahead and start implementation of the project, award contracts, and bring the contracts so executed and ready and completed for payment into the system. Then the MDAs will do that, and at the end of each month, a total sum that the MDA key in into the system were being released to the MDAs for payments to the contractors directly, because the inputs from NDA will have indicated the contractors that are to be paid. But at the end of the day, it was discovered that, because this happened at the end of the year, where MDAs are now even writing to the Office of Accountant General saying that we have this much money that have been released on account of various projects we presented, but we've not been able to pay. We want these funds to be warehoused and rolled over into another year. So this gave rise to the fact that the policy was not complied with, because as soon as funds are released, the payments are supposed to be made directly, immediately to the contractors. So what the implication was that probably the MDAs just uploaded all that they needed to upload without getting those projects completed. So it now became very difficult for MDAs to be paying contractors that have not done the work. This was observed, and the president approved that henceforth, since the system even indicated that the contractors' details should be included, that the system should now be made, the policy should now change to be paying the contractors directly, rather than leaving the funds in the cover of the MDAs. That was what led to the change in the policy, which was approved by Mr. President. And what the policy got from the beginning, we were canvassing and also campaigning that the policy is not meant to stifle the implementation of the budget, but rather to make it easier and faster. As soon as the National Assembly approved the bill, and the President signed the Appropriation Act, that it becomes implementable from the day, that all them DAs are to go out and award contracts based on whatever parameters that are there to be observed. In the course of sharing this.
Let me help you, Accountant General.
MDAs are even the one that initiate cash payments. They will initiate the cash payments because the warrants will have been signed. They will initiate the cash payment, and at the Accountant General's level, it's just to finalize on that same process. It is not the Accountant General's office. MDAs are even the one that initiate cash payments. They will initiate the cash payments because the warrants will have been signed. They will initiate the cash payment.
Have done their needful. They have uploaded and done all the things required by the system, by the application. If everything has been done, what is delaying the release of the funds? There are two things I want to hear. Is there no funds available, or there are queries to those things that have been uploaded?
I can say it's combination of all that you have said. Sometimes when the warrants are released, fund may not be in the account, but that is always addressed as early as possible. But another major issue is where the documentations that the MDAs pushed in were not adequate or not good enough. Such situations do occur, but where none of these occur, all payments are released immediately.
Okay, thank you. I think that you expedite action on all these releases, because we are December already. It's not good for us every time rolling over national budget. So what we will do, the committee will liaise with you, with your office, to see that any agency, because we have the legislative right or the constitutional right to oversight every agency, every MDA, where money is taken to. So we will look at it and then see how we can synergize together to ease the release of these funds. I think that's what we should do.
Any arrangement where anybody is paying money to anyone, it may just be a way of just explaining whatever. Nobody is collecting.
No problem about that. If you do, if anybody, Honorable.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, sorry, madam, that you have problem of documentation, okay, from some of these MDAs. Don't you have a checklist of what is required of them to submit alongside with the job completion? There should be a checklist. No, that is number one. Number two, you also mentioned the issue of funding. I remember, okay, that sometimes ago you appeared here, we appeared before us alongside with the Minister for Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. And you did assure us that there won't be any problem of funding. But you are now saying there's problem of funding. There shouldn't be. And I think that day you also came with the Director General of the Debt Management Office, okay? And you did assure us that there won't be any problem of funding. But here you are saying at times there are problems of funding. I don't think there should be problem of funding, especially when the payments are denominated in Naira. There shouldn't be.
Okay.
Madam, on 2025 budget proposal, I have a question. Overhead cost. Yes.
2025.
Page 5. Page 5. 2025, yes. 2025 budget proposal for recurrent expenditure. You have headquarters, Federal Pay Office, amounting to 7,876,680,942 naira. Then foreign service allowances, finance attaches over 35 billion, total 43.4 billion naira. This looks very, very high. Some will even call it exceedingly high because you are.
If you look at page 3,
Yeah.
page 3 for 2024 budget,
Yes.
service allowance for
Now,
attaches
you
was
are-
7 billion.
You are requesting for 44.9, almost 45 billion. This is, to me, is very, very high.
2024.
Why this sudden change?
2024 is here.
Yes,
It is 2024.
the figure is very, very high.
And Madam, let me add to what he just said. 3. 2023 was 4.9 billion for foreign service. And then it came to 7.9. And now if it goes to 35.5, I mean,
What is the explanation for this?
is what?
Huh?
No, you mean in 2024 there is no devaluation? The dollar is even coming down, not going up
Yeah,
again.
as of today, it's coming down now. But you are requesting, a higher amount. Yes?
Keen interest shown in our submission. I will start by explaining that 2023-2024, like the major, in 2023-2024, the basis of salary computation changed completely to what it is for 2025. Under the personnel cost, the personnel cost is together with the current. The personnel cost generally is affected by the increase in the minimum wage and also the 25% increase in salaries. Then when we come to the foreign service allowances for the financial attaches, as at May 2024, the finance attaches covering 112 missions were reduced to 30. That means they now created regional mission for one finance attaché to be covering, and each region may have like 3, 4 to 5 missions. So that was the situation up to May 2024, when it was found that it was no longer feasible to continue running the foreign missions under that arrangement. So from the Foreign Affairs Ministry, it got approval and increased the number of financial attaches to 98. So the financial attaches for the foreign mission increased to 98 from 30 that it used to be. So that is about a 300% increase. And at the same time, the exchange rate in computing the allowances compared to 2023, 2024, now is different, because for the 2024 that was done in 2023, the exchange rate used was about maybe 500. Because now, not just for all the activities of Nigeria in foreign lands are now having problem of meeting up with their business. Shortfalls as a result of exchange rate is now a major challenge. So these are all that were factored in to arrive at this figure.
The expenditure under this subhead, please, so that we can review it. because I wouldn't know the percentage that you have used. Because what I can see is almost close to about almost 2,000% increase. So we need to know what percentage is used because we know how much we scale the new salary, and also we need to know what are those things that finance attaches will require in foreign services. Is it going to be the emoluments of even employees within the embassies? We need to have a clarity on what these funds is going to be used for. So, as I said, we have looked at your presentation as an office. The next meeting we think is going to hold on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. On Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Secretariat, you take note, so that you invite NMPC, NUPRC, NATI, RAMPAC, and then the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, so that we can get this sorted. The last time the Minister of Finance was around, and he was saying, had it been the Office of the Accountant General it's there, they will have given us clarity on those discrepancies that RAMPAC was mentioning and other agencies too. So again, Accountant General, I want you to also look at Ministry of Interior, especially immigration. We have seen what the revenue sharing is, and we have asked to know how much come into the corpus of government and the arrangement they have on the PPP to do with the international passports. We want to know what Nigeria earned. So I think it's one of the things that we will also want you to furnish this committee with, so that we know actually what Nigeria have earned in that arrangement. And then the resident permits, is it SEMPAC or what do they call it?
Expatriation.
Yes, please. What do you call it? Yes, that one is also one of the things that we want to know what Nigeria have earned. Because from what we have been presented with by the agency, I think there are a lot of questions that we want to ask. So, and the only office that can give us accurately how much came into the corpus of government is your office. So I hope that you will avail us that information. So with this, if it is the opinion of the committee members to allow the Accountant General to take her leave, and then with the promise that she's going to furnish us with all these reports and be back here on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. My vice chairman is talking about speeding up the payments, but we will also want to review, because we have asked you to give us if that has made payment effective and efficient. But if it's not effective and it's not efficient, give us a solution, because it's your office that will provide that solution. And getting the MDAs to do the right thing as well. So with this, if there's there will be copies, I assure you that. So, more very important issues that are raised here. And I'm happy they did not put a question to you. But I want you to also furnish this committee with remittances or collections that have been done in the 1% stamp duty across the Federation. Your office will be the custodian of funds. So you should be able, if FIRS have collected or any other agency have collected, at the end of the day, it's coming to the corpus of either the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation or of the federal government. So you should be able to also furnish the committee with that. I don't know if 24 hours is good enough for you to be able to give us all those details. No, that is why I'm asking her, so that she will tell us exactly when we can hear all these details.
But if for any reason we couldn't, I'll reach out to the chairman, sir.
Okay, We should get those details shipped, seeing them to Thursday.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So we get the details on Wednesday. Get us the details before the appearance so that we can study
My attention was just drawn to the holding on Thursday.
on Thursday.
Yes. And Federation Account Allocation Committee meeting on Friday.
On Friday. So that means we have no any other option than to do it on Wednesday, because it's important that we do this, because we are also, and we are still on the revenue profile of the federal government up till this moment, so that to be able to determine what the budget will look like. And I'm sure House of Representatives will call you for the same thing.
We are even on our way there. Sir.
And then Wednesday we meet.
We try our best.
Thank you. So, gentlemen, we can allow the Accountant General to take her leave. Any agency again? No, you can take your leave. Anyway. Yes, a lot of discrepancies that we need to. Yes, because. Okay. So let them come tomorrow. So we are adjourned till tomorrow, 2 o'clock.